YouTube. Hey, Rand. I may have decided to get completely dressed up. Just maybe. I will bring order to this place. I mean, it does bother me a little that there really isn't an order hat that goes well with a Splatfest tee. Because I mean, you know, you have the hive mind antenna, but it just doesn't go well. It'd be great if, like, this turned into the visual appearance of, like, this. That'd be great, but no. And yeah, I'm gonna... Of course it sounds great. You get to be part of the Borg. Who wouldn't want to be part of the Borg? It's better than not being part of the Borg and then being assimilated into the Borg. I'm a nerd. Resistance is futile. Your biological and technological distinctiveness will be added to our own. I said that in the wrong order, but you get the point. Hello, Cotton. Time to dispense order from my gun. Well, probably die, but, you know. Oh, jeez. Thank you, teammate. You're saving my butt. Ow. Yeah, it's fine, Rand. You don't have to go to Twitch if you don't want to. And if YouTube's working better, stick with YouTube. I want you to have the best viewing experience possible. I want to reach affiliate, but I don't care if I don't. Like... Ow. I don't know why Twitch would be doing that. Like, Twitch used to be the better place to watch things without it buffering all the time. Ow. Ow. Fair enough. Mobile anything really shouldn't be all that reliable. But that's just me. I don't trust mobile. Mobile internet assumes that your phone service provider is actually competent. I'm dispensing order to these people. These lawless heathen squids. Hello, Jadens. I have dispensed order. Jesus, 11 kills. "11 kills with this gear. Like, I probably wouldn't be able to do this if I didn't still have my normal amount of ink resist. I am helpless without that. Though coming back from my break probably would have been the best time to cure myself of the needing ink resist. But then the moment I put one of those shirts back on, I'd immediately remember why I have it all the time. Ow. Man, do I miss the days that the .52 always dealt 52 damage. No matter what. Just always 52. It wasn't even that broken in the first game. I mean, then the bigger variant was decently broken. But the 52 was perfectly fine. 96, that was his name. The 96 in the first game, from just reading patch notes, was broken at one point. Like, just the amount of damage it could deal was kind of ridiculous. Yeah, I don't know what patch notes have happened since I stopped playing, so I'm just sticking with what I know. Based on that encounter with that roller, I'm guessing the 52 has been nerfed again. Either that or I just got unlucky. Because yeah, that was at the edges of my range, but it killed. And that took 3 shots. I don't... It's probably just I'm an idiot. But then I have to take this outfit off. What does main power-up even do? Alright, accuracy. I don't care about accuracy. Who needs accuracy when you have big number? I just want big number. Lots of big number. I still don't know why it takes randomly 3 shots on some people, but 2 on others. Like, I'm guessing that's just a bit of lag. and it's not actually taking 3 shots. Because it's at any range. I mean, I'd say I'm already doing pretty good without the accuracy, so... Now I get murdered by a wild day of the week. Potentially. I keep bumping the microphone. Oh, jeez. Just undoing the cover on my water bottle. I say water bottle. It's an old Pepsi bottle, but it works. Well, I say old. It's not even that old. Chipper. There's a YouTuber who does, like, I don't even know, discussion type videos, who has a character named Chip. It's like a cat thing. I've watched like one of their videos. About to be gooed. It sounds so wrong, but it's not technically inaccurate. Take that, dualies. I said take that, dualies. Oh, it's never said dualies. Still though, take that, dualies. Ain't nobody got time for you, dualies. Ow. I just seem to be decently good with weapons that are more what could be considered just daka guns. Not the best rate of fire, fairly inaccurate, but they just kind of work. Oh jeez. Ow. My bomb defense didn't save. Though I have yet to be gooed. Oh jeez. I'm still yet to be gooed. Fair enough. I do actually have a Patreon for people who want to donate and can. I don't advertise it much, but it's there. It's linked in multiple places. I don't even know if it's set up right. That's how little I actually kind of wanted to set one up, but I figured I would. It was basically a case of, I decided one day, I'm gonna set it up before I possibly explode and someone else makes one claiming to be me. Eh, it's fine. I get $10 a week now. I mow my sister's lawn once a week, and she pays me 10. That's because we actually have a lawnmower now. We've only been here for like 4, 5, 6 years, something like that. We've not had a lawnmower the entire time. We've only had an electric whipper. And its battery was not high enough capacity to do the whole yard, and we only had one battery. So we rarely would ever mow the lawn. It was a case of, we would wait until the bylaw police showed up and put the little note on our door saying, mow your lawn before this date or pay a fine. And then we'd mow it then. It's fine. I don't really care if any of you guys donate or not. Like, I mean, I care if you do donate. I will, be eternally grateful. But if you can't donate, I don't mind. I'm just here providing entertainment. Cotton, you get another chance to goo me. Will you be able to succeed this time? You never know. I mean, I am a slippery octo, but and I do have the power of order on my side. And now I've been point censored. There's been so many moments where you've almost splatted me, but just barely missed. Or there's just been someone else in the way. I'm living through meat shields. And my ability to dance. Very poorly, but I can dance. Ow. And now your other teammate's killing me. Oh, jeez, we had to disconnect. It's fine. I just need to play doubly as well. And everything will work out. Ow. You gooed me. So, seeing your footwear there just reminded me, I managed to just barely get last month's gear. I got it just earlier today. And I got one with a slot that I'm not that overly mad about. Oh geez, my Joy-Con's kind of messing up. Ow. I do have beacons. I should probably What are the quality? Oh god, they're terrible. You should feel bad, Beacon user. No, you shouldn't feel bad. I'm glad you're using them, Beacon user. Just get some sub power up. Sub power up makes beacons better. Everyone on this team is wearing an order hat. I didn't even notice. We'll spread order. Spread order through everything. But yeah, I do eventually plan on, with the Patreon, setting something up for, specifically for patrons of any donation amount kind of thing. Where they'll get kind of like special privileges on the Discord, be able to influence the stuff I do. I'm sure it could happen. I've run into Ryan before, just in regulars during a Splatfest, so... As I grow and get more money, I might even start giving out just, like, stuff for the Discord tier. Like, if I set up tiers on the Discord. Not Discord, Patreon. So I like the idea of giving out stuff to, like, reward people for their donation. Rewarding sounds wrong. Repay people? Yeah, that's a better wording. My brain goes kind of fuzzy when it comes to Patreon stuff, because well, like, I like the idea of, like, you know, giving stuff back. I don't like the idea of taking money. And I'm not really planning on anything special for Canada Day, be it real life or stream. I don't even know when it is. I'm assuming it's July 1st, if I remember right. I don't remember. I'm not a particularly patriotic person. I kind of was as a kid, until I watched, you know, our apparently economist prime minister, that being, Harper, drive our dollar into the ground, and then I stopped caring. I know it probably wasn't only him, but he was the one in office when it happened, so... yeah. I remember a day when the American dollar was, like, only a few cents more than the Canadian dollar. I looked it up. I've yet to watch any of it, Rand. I will get to it. Though I do get the feeling it will be along the lines of the 4Kids One Piece dub. Just off of some things I saw. Okay. Not enough people joined, apparently. Not like people have a choice to join. Game, you could fix that yourself. Let's try this again! Like, what, like, the first, like, non-wiki page when I googled it was, you know, how Ghost Stories became the worst dub of all time. Aim? Yeah, who needs to aim? You got it right there, person. Who needs to aim? Aiming's for nerds. And snipers. Which would technically make snipers nerds. I'd be pretty okay with that. 'Cause I'm a sniper in most things, and I am a nerd, so I mean... Though not every sniper needs to aim. If you look at Team Fortress 2, the Huntsman, that thing doesn't need to aim. There's a bow and arrow with a hitbox half as big as a heavy. Well, it's not that big, but it feels like it's that big. You just basically need to click and things die. Take that, Lawbringer. I'm probably on Team Chaos. And Shadow and all the others. Shadow and Rouge and I forget who else is all on Team Chaos. I think it's called Team Chaos. I forget. I don't remember Sonic that well. I've not played a whole lot of Sonic. I played like the first few games. I played a bit of Sonic Heroes. I played the DS version of Sonic Colors, which is apparently a game that Sonic fans don't talk about and would like to forget ever exists. I can't blame them. It was pretty bad. Ow. Please tell me it has many moments of, I don't know what the word they said here was. What means? Please tell me that happens. I have seen that like once before in an official dub. Just brackets, I don't know what they just said. Or I don't know what's being said here. I might need to drag my girlfriend into that as well. I mean, we've been kind of looking for things to watch together, so it works. I will watch it. Yeah, there was one dub I remember watching of an anime. I forget even which one it was. Where just the character's mouth is moving, but there is no audio. And it just said in brackets on the screen of, I don't even know what this person said. Like, that was an official dub of something. Hello, Agent Joe. Time to dispense more order. I should probably put on, like, more serious equipment, but nah. I'm doing pretty fine with this stuff. Probably because it's intimidating. Receive order! Stop resisting! You will receive order! Ow. Hold on. Ow. Aha! I will booyah that. We are very bad at painting our own base. I think probably because, like, I just pushed straight into their base. And I think that's kind of what everyone else was trying to do as well. Ow. I mean, what does getting new hair have to do with playing as an Octoling? Darn it! I thought I had teammates with me, but I guess I did not. I got this! Where did they go? They ran away. Either they died, I don't know which. Either way, the cowards! Cannot stand up to the order. The power of order. Yeah, I honestly don't find anything that annoying. Also, Rand, that definitely just sounds amazing. Hello, Boxy. Well, Boxy-tastic. Oh, it's gonna go Boxy. Oh, excuse me. Yeah, like, both of them are just, like, super cute. They're just in the realm of too cute. Both Inklings and Octolings. Ow. Take that, .96! I mean, yeah, Rand, that's kind of how it's always been. At least in my opinion. The female player models have always had the better designs. Like, as far as, like, the Octolings go, like, sure, the singular tentacle makes sense. If you know a lot about octopus biology, it, becomes mildly inappropriate. But, like, it's that the single tentacle hairstyle just doesn't look as good as the female ones. And the afro is, I mean, it can quite often be just a grape or an orange, you know. I don't. I don't like any of the male haircuts. / tentacle styles. The afro is best for memes. Ow. Yes, I am going to be Team Order. Well, I am on Team Order. As much as it really doesn't matter until it gets closer to the actual date, but, you know. Nintendo's gotta be Nintendo. They can't give us all the Pokemon in Sword and Shield, but they can give us the Splatfest team picking early. I'm not salty that Sword and Shield's not gonna have all the Pokemon coded into it. I don't know, Cotton, are you okay? You have a lot of swim speed. Yeah, I was also incredibly disappointed. Like, they've come out since that initial bit and been like, you know, just because your favorite Pokemon might not be in Sword and Shield doesn't mean they're going away forever. Which was the impression they gave with their first press release. But it still doesn't make sense. Because, like, if they're going to use the other Pokemon in the future, why not just make the model now? And update the textures as they make better textures. That's how modeling works, from what I understand. I'm not a modeler, it might not be how it works. But I have messed around a bit with modeling, and I've watched my girlfriend do bits of modeling, and yeah, you make the model once and update the textures to make it look better as you develop better texturing. But the base model is basically always the same. And, like, the removal of, like, Mega Evolutions just kinda sucks. Because, like, if the match starts. Like, as someone who's done a lot of competitive play, like, Mega's revitalized a mostly stagnant metagame. Like, the Pokemon meta was pretty stagnant. You just have a fish on your head now. There, Joe. Yeah, I am kind of still excited for exploring, but it's safe to say my excitement for Sword and Shield was kind of curbed by that announcement. Like, I was super excited for a new Pokemon game. Because I always am. I love how every one of them has impacted, like, the meta. I mean, I got into playing competitive Pokemon with Black and White. So when X and Y came out, I was super excited so I'd have new Pokemon to play with. And then Megas were a thing, and that made it even better. Because that took the kind of stagnant metagame and it gave it new life. It gave a lot of Pokemon that a lot of people ignored, like, a purpose. Ow. And now they're taking it away. For seemingly no reason. Yep, you can join. I believe you're already on my friends list, so just feel free to join in. If you're not, send me a friend request. Friend code is in the bottom left of the screen, or in the info on Twitch. Like in the down below part if you're on desktop. And I don't know where it is on mobile. I can't help you there. This is just turf, so just join in if you want to join in. I think they're testing the waters to see if Pokemon will sell on a console. Like, an actual Pokemon game. Because Let's Go, they can't reliably use those sales numbers to judge. Because, well, how many of those players were just Pokemon Go players who wanted to try this Let's Go game? So, like, it's not a reliable way to tell. And the last time Nintendo tried to do a Pokemon game on a console, it flopped. That being the GameCube games. And they did 2 of them. But they flopped, as far as Pokemon games go anyway. They did not do well. Being Colosseum and XD Gale of Darkness. Which honestly are 2 of my favorite games in the series. But they didn't advertise them. So no one knew they were coming. And then they seemed to act shocked when it didn't sell. But yeah, I think they're testing the waters, so they're not putting maximum effort into making Sword and Shield. Like, they're excluding a bunch of the Pokemon and Megas so they don't have to make the models. That is basically their reasoning. They don't want to make the models, so they're just not including them. And also, yes, Boxy, if Eevee isn't in Sword and Shield, I think there's going to be a riot. Like, a full-out riot if Eevee isn't there. It's too beloved of a Pokemon. I mean, I honestly think that if Sword and Shield has, like, a new, like, 150 or even just 100 new Pokemon, I think everyone is going to feel bad about being as salty now. Like, I know I'm going to. Because if they're adding that many new Pokemon, then it would be okay if they left 100 to 150 to 200 out. Because, well, they're adding that many new ones. But if they're just gonna do the Sun and Moon or X and Y treatment of giving them maybe 30 to 40 new species of Pokemon, no, I'm not gonna feel bad. Because that would make it 3 generations in a row that we've not gotten really anything new. Also, alright, Joe. Also, after this match, I will be backing out to get to that friend request. Just so anyone who's possibly joining knows. And the people who are in the lobby know. Yep, I assumed it would be you there, Boxy. Ow. The main thing at the moment that people are complaining about with Sword and Shield, that I myself am kind of salty that people are getting angry about, is, oh man, the graphics aren't very good. Who cares about graphics? It's a Pokemon game. It's... the out-of-battle graphics don't matter. The in-battle graphics don't really matter. The story has always been what matters. It's a Pokemon game. Yeah, like, no one talks about the 3DS games and how just kind of janky their graphics were. But oh no, because it's on the Switch, that means it needs to look, you know, photorealistic. That seems to be the argument. Like, I don't even think it looks bad in the bits of demo they've shown. Like, I legit think it still looks pretty good. It's in that Pokemon style that all of their 3D games have kind of been in. I mean, yeah, their demo footage for E3, trees were popping in the distance. That just happens with every game. The games it doesn't happen with are the ones that have, like, super close and restrictive areas. So they can build a box around everything so you can't see things popping in. It's just a thing you do in game development if you want to avoid as much pop-in as possible, is you'll build really tight and contained areas. Things still pop in, but players can't see it, because it's behind things. But like back in the day, like no one complained about X and Y's janky movement. Like if you try and play X and Y with just the D-pad, you will you'll notice how the game is built on a grid. You're walking on squares. Like, it's so noticeable compared to playing with the stick. But if you play with the stick, roller skates are your life now. Like, unless you walk around with the dowsing rod out. So I'm backing it so I can get to the treasure quest. Like, I've played so much X and Y. I've legit restarted X and Y so I could play it again. The roller skates were epic until grass. Until you stepped into grass. In which case, now you're a snail. Like, maybe I was just a weird kid, but I could, like, run through grass in roller skates, no problem. Like, thick, tall grass. Pokemon theme going. I would try singing it, but I would deafen you all with my terrible singing. Fun fact, a year for Halloween, I was a Pokemon trainer. Just a generic Pokemon trainer. I just wanted to have an excuse to carry a plushie in my pocket. And that gave me an excuse to carry a plushie in my pocket. I had an Axew. I still have that Axew. Ow. It sits on top of my computer desk that I don't use anymore. Axew is legit one of my favorite black and white Pokemon. Like Axew and Haxorus. It's not the best pseudo-legendary, but he tries. I kind of love how Black and White had two pseudo-legendaries, of Haxorus and, I forget its name. The Dark One. I don't celebrate it either, but, like, I'll still dress up, because it's an excuse to dress up. I will also tend to, like, I'll walk around and spook people, because to me, that's what Halloween is about, just spooking people. Just for the fun of it. I don't, myself, formally celebrate any holiday. My family celebrates Christmas and Thanksgiving and such, but I don't. I've never saw really the point to it. I always just, like I said, I'd go it alone, because, like, my goal is to spook people. So, like, the more people you have, the harder it is to spook people. My family gives out candy. We'll set up, like, the basic decorations, but... I guess around here, like, a lot of the kids aren't actually all that greedy. Like, we have a policy where we'll just let kids kind of reach in and grab what they want. And they'll still only take, like, 1 or 2 things. It's honestly kind of sweet. That, like, when offered, you know, they could take the whole bowl if they wanted to. They just don't. They'll only take, like, 1 or 2 things. Anything mint I ever got at Halloween, like when I was really little, we'd get taken out to trick-or-treat. Anything mint I was ever given, I just gave to, like, my older sister. Or, like, one of my older brothers, because I hate mint. They'd usually give me something of theirs that they didn't like. Like, if they had anything black licorice, they'd give that to me, and I'd give them my mint stuff. So I like black licorice, I just don't like mint. I'm like the opposite of most people. But yeah, I know I've told it before, but quite a few times in the past on Halloween, I have put on a black pair of pants. I have a black trench coat that's rather beat up. I got into some fights. It's pretty beat up and raggy looking. It has like a whole gash down the back because knives exist. And like, I'll put on a hat and just a pure white mask, along with usually some gloves, or I'll put my hands into the trench coat sleeves so I can't, like, no skin is showing. And I'll just walk around not saying anything to anybody the whole night. And I'll just walk around for a few hours. And it scares the living daylights out of people. It helps that, assuming there's no, like, sand on the sidewalk, I can walk without making any noise. So, like, you just get this 6'2" dude in a pure white mask, no skin showing, just walking down the street in perfect silence, not making a sound. And I also have learned how to stagger my breathing while wearing the mask, so you can't even hear me breathing. Like, I put a lot of effort into being as spooky as I can be. It's like, what's the fun of Halloween if you're not spooky? On Halloween? No. On other days of the year, while wearing my trench coat, yes. Yes, very much so. Usually met with the, so what are you doing tonight? Just going for a walk. You sure about that? Yeah, I'm sure I'm going for a walk. So where are you headed? Wherever I go. I grew up in the country, and moving to a city, that is so weird to me. Like, I understand the longer I've been here why the cops are like that. She is a witch. That is pretty scary. Like, I'm not even saying that as kind of a joke. Like, witches are being afraid of witches is a legitimate fear. Like, it's a phobia. I forget what it's called. Like, growing up in the country, like, I could walk around anywhere and I'd never have the cops called on me. Even though I'm a pretty creepy looking dude. Like, I will admit that. But then I moved to the town I'm in now. And, like, I swear, like, usually, like, every 9 or 10 times I'd go walking somewhere, a cop car would pull up next to me. Say, hey, what are you doing tonight? Hey, Red. Yes, there are big cities in Nova Scotia. Halifax. And on a slightly smaller scale, Truro. That's the advantage I have. My Switch sits on top of my computer tower when I have it down in the basement. Ah, the dark and nighttime are fun. Once again, I grew up in the country. I have absolutely no fear of the dark because, well, I grew up in a place where there could be anything out there. I just had to get over that as a kid. Like, I lived in the country on a street where the streetlights would just kind of go out randomly. So, like, I didn't really have a choice but to kind of get over that fear of the dark. It did take me significantly longer to get over my fear of thunder. Yeah, there were coyotes where I grew up as well. But they usually left people alone. Animals, on the other hand, they didn't. My cat I had since I was in grade primary. I remember looking outside one morning to see her on the road facing down a coyote. Like, she was bristled up, ready to fight it. And it was, you know, kind of snarling at her. It took a step forward into, like, her paw's reach. She slapped it upside the head and then just turned and walked away. And it just stood there, just staring. Like, that cat had no fear. I've actually found, like, at least in the town I'm living in, which I'm still not exactly comfortable even saying it, even though I know giving a rough town doesn't exactly dox myself. But, the town I'm living in, like, usually, like, the people that walk around at night, while they might look, like, big and scary, are probably some of the nicest people you'll run into. But this is Atlantic Canada. So hello, Laffy. I mean, heck, I'm one of those people that walks around at night. Like, for the longest time, I would go for walks at exactly 2 in the morning. Before that, I would go for walks at exactly 1 in the morning. And I'd usually I'd walk the same path every night. I mostly walked the same path every night to just kind of ease people's worries who saw me. It was just, okay, that's that guy that always walks along here at night. Like, you know, no big deal. He's always here. He's not done anything bad. Because, like, I can understand why people would be kind of worried or intimidated by, once again, a 6'2" guy in a trench coat walking down the street. But... GG's all around. I am consistently getting, like, 4 or 5 kills. I kind of like that. And maps have been updated. We've just been talking about stuff and things. There's a lot of stuff. Maybe some League. I am still really rusty. I want a few more games of Turf at the very least. I don't even know what League battles are right now. It'll also really depend on what League is. I'm not doing Clan Blitz. I refuse. I'm talking about people walking at night. Nighttime in general. At least most recent topic, anyway. To be fair to everyone, I prefer making the League room if I do League. That way it gives everyone an equal chance of getting in. Because if I let someone else make it, it's kind of unfair to everyone else. Because whoever makes it gets, you know... well, they're guaranteed a chance of getting in, you know. Oh jeez, my right Joy-Con's messing up again. I don't know why it does that. If we get enough people, I might just open up a private battle lobby. Yeah, I'm not doing Clam. I hate Clam Blitz. Pocky. It's like Pocky, but with fundamental differences. Ow. Also, just a heads up for people. I have decided what I'm very likely going to do for a day stream tomorrow. And it's gonna probably be Yu-Gi-Oh! Yu-Gi-Oh! Related. Because I've been having a real itch to play more Yu-Gi-Oh! I just, like, as I said yesterday, I just don't on my own time. I really want to play with the new Gimmick Puppet support. Why are you doing this, Joy-Con? Alright, Rand. I can't say I've ever experienced that, Red. I am on Team Order. If you just wait, it'll let you in. When space opens up. There, Boxy. Just stay in the queue. Yeah, I will probably tomorrow be doing more Yu-Gi-Oh! Pro. I like me some Gimmick Puppets. What did I say? So I'm gonna small rant here. There's two different places where you can play Yu-Gi-Oh! Online. One of them is Yu-Gi-Oh! Pro, and the other is a place called Dueling Book. Yu-Gi-Oh! Pro is effectively like playing a video game of Yu-Gi-Oh! Mostly everything's automated. You get to decide when to, interact with things. But for the most part, everything is automated. Dueling Book, nothing is automated, and it's dirt simple to cheat. Red, I'd say you made a good choice. I've not played much Saints Row 2 myself, but, well, everyone says it's the best, so... Pretty safe to say, it's the best. And I'm assuming the GOTR mod is the one that makes it actually work. That's legit why I haven't really played much of it, is I don't like having to mod a game just to make it work. Ow. But yeah, like, when it comes to playing Yu-Gi-Oh! Online, like, a lot of people are like, oh man, Dueling Book's better because it encapsulates playing Yu-Gi-Oh! In person more. Because you have to do everything yourself and it doesn't hold your hand. And say, yeah, but it also lets people cheat. And I don't like people who cheat. Like, I legit do not understand why people would prefer a method of playing a game that makes it so easy to cheat that it's common knowledge that you can cheat in the game. Because it isn't really so much, you don't even need anything to cheat. It's just how the program works lets you cheat. Because you have to do everything yourself, meaning you could play the game as if you're Yugi from the first series. Just summoning Dark Magician because he feels like it. And not because he actually meets the requirements for summoning Dark Magician. You know. I really feel like I should probably grab a different weapon. I've been using the Point Gal for a while. Should let you join the queue there, Boxy. Ow. Huh. I could swear, like, it would let you join the queue, and it would say, the lobby is full, but we'll let you join at the first moment. They change it? It'd be a weird thing to change. Huh. It's weird. I mean, I can't exactly force room to open in the lobby. So, I do apologize for those of you who are waiting to get in. Alright, Cotton. I swear, at the beginning of this stage, just before it, like, cuts to the match starting, it sounds like the voice is saying the October from the conductor in Tulip. It sounds like he's starting to say that. Like, he goes, Octo... Like, the voice. I really wish my Joy-Con wasn't messing up. I was turning to the right, but it was not moving. It makes me really wonder if October is an actual thing. Like an actual, like, word. Or sentence. Vocal structure. Ow. I don't think so, because he says it in Tulip anyway when you're arriving at a place. I think it's only when you're arriving in Worldly Desire Temple, if I remember right. And yeah, the voices in Tulips are weird, but it's what makes Tulip what it is. Its weirdness is its identity. Ow. I really need to get new Joy-Cons or something. That's gonna take money, and I don't have money. I suppose I do. I think I have like $8 at the moment. No, wait, I have 10. I have exactly 10. Ow. That still means technically 6 weeks of saving, because thank you, bank service charges. It's a long time of saving money. So I only get 10 a week. And they're also more expensive for me because I'm Canadian. Like, I remember looking, Joy-Cons for me are gonna be like $80 before tax. After tax, they're gonna probably be close to 95-ish. Pro controller is surprisingly cheaper at like 75-ish. Canadian currency is very wonky. And if I remember right, Cotton, you're from Australia, so your currency is even more wonky. It was very fun. Thank you for joining in there, Cotton. And have a good night, or day, whatever it is. Ow. Ugh. Disconnected. Yeah. Yeah. Why is Marika zapping? Why? Okay, no, what is the sudden obsession with, like, magical things? Like, that is just a dark magician art. I kinda don't, Red. It doesn't sound entertaining to me. I'm sorry. I'm gonna check the shops, because I'm gonna have a timer, probably. Also gonna take a moment to change my equipment. Because, yeah, I full out disconnected. Fair enough there, Jadens, but I still think it would be more fun to just get a bunch of people together in, like, Gmod and play Prop Hunt. Like, that sounds more fun. Or even, like, just get everyone together in, like, TF2 and play Prop Hunt in there, because that's a thing. Yeah, I'll go Splatter Shot. I have way too many mods in Gmod. Well, I say I have mods. My girlfriend finds mods, throws them all into a collection. Yep, 3 minutes. And then I go and subscribe to everything in that collection, and then her and I play together. And I have no idea what 90% of the stuff she's subscribed to is, but I enjoy it anyway. So... And my Gmod also is very broken right now, and I've just yet to uninstall it and reinstall it. Somehow, the textures from my menus are missing. And I don't know why or how, because it's not like that for my girlfriend. Like, robotics is just fine, but mine isn't. And I don't know what happened. It is, the textures are gone. So it's just that blindingly bad missing texture thing. I was about to say Pokemon on the Switch isn't out yet, but I'm assuming you mean, Let's Go. Fair enough there, Challenge Gamer. Hope you enjoy your Switch. Yeah, to me, it's always looked white and black, but yeah, it's blinding. It is very bright. My eyes hate it. Yeah, Red, just about everybody is. In case you missed me saying earlier, Game Freak, well, Masuda, I think it's Masuda, has come out since the interview and said that just because your favorites aren't in Sword and Shield doesn't mean they're not going to be used again. They're eventually going to make a model for every Pokemon. So, it's not like the Pokemon are going away forever, which is what they insinuated with their first press release. I'm assuming the Pokemon will be back, is a they're panicking kind of thing. See if I can get going again. Hello, Beelecipher / robotic. I am not having good luck with connections tonight. Jeez. This is a talking Dorito in a top hat. He's very suave. He has a little bow tie. I don't think Bill Cipher has a mustache. I think you're confusing a bow tie for a mustache. I will bring order to this place. Ugh, excuse me. Ow. Robotic, you have found your people here. Her and I have been watching through Gravity Falls. We are at basically the end of the first season. She's already watched all of it. I haven't. Alright, Joe. Have a good night. That moment when I am so used to having the Booyah Bomb that I panic Tenta-missiled. Someone fires next to me. Tenta-missiles! No private property allowed here. This is a public space. Ow. I've heard. Just try to avoid getting into spoiler territory. Because once again, I've only seen like to the last episode of the first season. We know you as Robotic, so it's fine. If they don't know you as that, they'll know you as it at some point, because I'm gonna keep calling you that. Robotic is just, it rolls off my tongue better. Because that's what I know you as. Plus, it feels a bit awkward referring to my to you, my girlfriend, as Bill. So, you know. So it's raining outside again. I can hear the rain outside my window. Nova Scotia's in mud season. We don't have a late spring. We have mud season. We don't have early spring either. That's still winter. I wish it would stop raining over here. No joke, the weather for like the past week, excluding 2 days, has been rain. For the rest, like, another week forward, we have one day where it's not going to be raining. Everything is going to be mud. Everything. The G! It's a great name. I feel bad that I'm not that excited for Luigi's Mansion 3. Like, I am, but I'm also not. Like, to me, it's just, it'll be another game that if I have the money, yeah, I'm gonna get it, I'm gonna play it. Luigi's Mansion 2 wasn't in a mansion either. It was in a series of mansions and other such buildings. Ow. Luigi's Mansion, the first one was home console. It's on the GameCube. It was also able to be beaten in like 7 hours. Like 100% completed in about 7 hours. And that is why stingrays suck. Ow. End zapped. I still don't understand why the stingray is considered good. Like, I get it's people clinging to the killer whale, like what it used to be, but stingray is just no killer whale. I mean, like, I basically completely negated that killer whale with my Tentamissiles. A special that charges faster and is more immediately usable. And, well, accomplishes things. Ow. That hurt. Gonna get unzapped again. Maybe. Or not. Eh, it's okay, Boxy. Yeah, Dark Moon was like a lot of people's first in the Luigi's Mansion series. Yeah, Robotic, I mean, to be fair, I'm usually the one that's excited over indie or not very popular games, so I mean, it feels nice that it's not me for a change. Then again, I tend to get excited over games from like years ago because I'm just finding them. Because I don't pay attention. I've legit never played a Yokai Watch game. Like, I kinda want to, but I just can't justify it. Like, I can't justify buying one. Like, I kind of wish one of them would have been made for, like, the standard DS. That way I could, you know... I kind of hate saying this, but torrent one to give it a try. So I'll know if I'll like it or not. Because I know I'm going to be kind of biased against it in a way, because, well, I like Pokemon. And it's kind of like Pokemon, but with yokai instead. I mean, I like yokai. Don't get me wrong. I love Japanese folk monsters. They're really cool. Honestly, I think I'd be right there with you there, Robotic. Mostly because, like, the game I'm most excited for isn't even coming out until next year. And that's Animal Crossing. Which, you know, is kind of like the indie game of... It's the indie game of Nintendo. At least that's what it kind of feels like. I played Ni no Kuni so many years ago on the PS3. Why would you have a fake marriage? Unless you mean, like, the marriage, like, recital, if that makes any sense. I know, like, a lot of people will have that. The marriage is so perfect. Like, maybe it's just me, but, like, I don't see the point. Like, marriage, yeah, but not, like, making sure it's absolutely perfect. The imperfections are gonna be what makes the day, you know, memorable. I watched In the Littlewood play it a bit, and then I decided, no, we have it. I'm just gonna play it myself. When it comes to Ni no Kuni. Because they want people to talk to on Discord, I guess, Red? I don't know. I mean, that does seem like a nice way to get people to talk to you on Discord. I have not watched Stampy. Don't even know who that is. But, like, the main big-ish people I've watched on... The big people I've watched on YouTube are, like, Chugga Conroy, by proxy the Runaway Guys, Nintendo Capri Sun, Philip DeFranco, because I need to get my news from somewhere, In the Littlewood, Vsauce, struggling to think of others. I know there's a few others, but I can't think of them. You can try there, Red. Alright, Rand. Jeez, Robotic, you have just found your people. Like, your people are just here in the chat. She watches Vine Sauce a lot. I believe Joel more so. I could be wrong about that. Alright, Boxy. Have a good night. Robotic, have I watched anything from Vinesauce? You would know. I feel like you might have sent me some stuff, but I don't know. Ow. Yeah, I feel like you've sent me some clips, so you probably have. So, yeah, I guess I've seen some of it. No joke, I legit, when I first saw the Vinesauce appearing in, like, my suggesteds, I legit made the decision to not watch them because I thought they were just trying to, confuse people into thinking they were Vsauce. Because it's so similar. So I was like, no, I'm not gonna watch them. And then Robotic came along, and, Ow. I watched some of it, I guess. That's where the Todio thing came from, right? I think that's what it was called anyway. So yes, I have seen that. You've sent me that. Ow. If I remember, I will. Ow. I've got so many things everyone here wants me to watch. Rand wants me to watch a dub. And you want me to watch, well, listen to a rap. That's not a rap. If I remember, I will. Can't guarantee I'll remember. I'm sure Robotic will probably help. I just remembered. One big YouTuber I've watched that I completely blanked on, and that's Markiplier. I don't know how I could blank on him. He's so wholesome. Placement games. Those are always fun. I'm just waiting to see that I lose both of my X ranks because I'm not doing my placement games. Not until it fully rotates. It might have already, but it hasn't popped up and told me yet, so... Ow. Well, it says excessive caps. So, you know, that's like the people that talk in nothing but caps. And even then, that's probably like the most relaxed rule on the stream. Like, I don't think I've ever given someone a timeout for it. I don't think I've ever really given someone a timeout that wasn't, like... I'm sure Jaden's probably remembers some, because I think he was there for it. Of the people that were doing, like, the... One was, you know, an old person, the other was a child, and they were basically doing very inappropriate role-playing in the chat. Yeah, I think those are the only people I've ever timed out, and I timed them out probably a good 20 times that night. Like, I know they were just trying to troll, and in a way I kinda gave them what they wanted, because I stopped streaming. But I only stopped because the audio from Visual Boy Advance was cutting out. If it wasn't cutting out, I wouldn't have cared. I wouldn't have cared one bit, I would have just kept timing them out. But I didn't want to have the audio stopping like every 2 seconds. Hey, Janex. Nice! I've heard some people are kind of disappointed in Mario Maker 2. And then there's me that's like, I have Super Mario Bros. X. And I'm perfectly content with Super Mario Bros. X. Because it's Super Mario Bros. X. And it's amazing. This hat is not so amazing, but I will take it. I'm gonna change weapons again. I want to try doing people's laundry as the Metal Man. Sloshing machine, let's go. Congrats, Robotic. Even though I believe I told you that earlier, too. Alright, Rand. Chat, that... You mentioning that reminds me. For anyone who's watching who likes kind of like surreal horror type games that aren't like gory or, you know, that horror-esque, really, it's hard to explain Yume Nikki. But try Yume Nikki. The regular Yume Nikki is just a free game on Steam. And it's strange. Which reminds me of another big YouTuber I watch and completely blanked on, Game Grumps. Ow. Yeah, surreal psychological horror is kind of Yume Nikki. Ow. Just the one thing I will note about Yume Nikki, the ending is very dark. At the very least for standard Yume Nikki. I'm not sure about Dream Diary. Apparently it's different. Ow. Is it as dark, though? I don't want to mention what happens at the ending, because it's massive spoilers, but is it as dark as the dark? Or is it actually a moderately happy ending? Because that's one thing. Yume Nikki does not have a happy ending. Fair enough. I'm just asking if, like, the ending of Dream Diary is the same. But if they reference it, then it might actually be darker then. It's so hard avoiding spoiling stuff. I have played Half-Life. I beat the first Half-Life. I also played Half-Life Blue Shift, aka the game where you're just a security dude who's just literally just trying to go to work that day, and everything starts going horribly wrong for him. I've tried playing Half-Life 2, and I got bored of it very quickly. Okay, so in a way it's darker, but in a way it's not as dark. Okay. Alright, Agent X. They were legit creepy to me when I was younger. Ow. Secret endings are usually the canon endings, so... I mean, it's, you know, definitely better than... Insert spoiler here. From the first game. Which I still remember your gasp over. Like, I knew what was coming, and... Ow. Yes, I have listened to the song you sent me on Discord. It's a sequel, but isn't it an unofficial sequel? Or was it actually made by the original developer? Ow. I am not having good luck at killing that sniper. Fair enough. I did not know that. I thought it was completely unofficial. Ow. I mean, not always red. Really just depends on if Rand is on the enemy team. Dude's a murderer. I mean that in the nicest way, Rand. You're a murderer. I mean it in the nicest way. Because, like, that's what you do in turf war, is you don't tend to turf, you just murder. No, hiding isn't gonna work. There's 10 of missiles. Why do they have to be 10 of missiles? Ow. I mean, I'm not exactly helping the cause for winning either. So I'm using a sloshing machine with a setup that I am not used to using a sloshing machine with. All in the name of order. Ow. I've watched bits of Spirited Away, but not the whole thing. I don't normally have the attention span for movies. I've watched bits of nearly every Studio Ghibli movie, but never the whole of any of them. Totoro is amazing. I want to hug Totoro. He looks so fluffy and huggable. Ow. Yeah, I mean, I have the attention span if I'm watching a movie or something with somebody. That's why I think I've watched more TV shows than anything else. Is because, like, they're shorter, so I can watch them. In, like, little chunks, and I don't need to have, like, a long attention span for it. Ow. Well, some people here like dark stuff. Even Niso is here. She apparently likes dark things, so I mean... She has the makings of a goth. Not saying that as goth is a bad thing, but, you know. Just her liking of everything dark. And Yandere's. Alright, Rand. It very well might be my last game too, because I am getting very tired. I've been tired since like 10 o'clock tonight, and it's nearly 2 a.m. So, yeah. I don't know if this will be my last one or not, though. I might keep going. I might not. I do like to see the 8, so... I mean, I'll probably stick around for a bit longer. I might go until about quarter after. Or even longer, I don't know. I am a night owl. But, like, my sleep schedule got really messed up by getting stressed, and then I had a package arriving that, and, you know, the other people here had to go out, so I had to be awake to get my package. So I had to be awake throughout the day, which messed up my sleep schedule even more. I'm only now just getting it back to where I want it to be. Like, I like going to sleep around 4 or 5 in the morning. Getting up around, like, between, like, noon and, like, 2 p.m. Like, I like getting up around then. And going to sleep around, 4 in the morning, 5 in the morning. But I just hate early mornings as well. Like, that is the worst time of the day. I don't care what anyone says, it is the worst. Because, like, everyone's tired, everyone's grumpy. I just got shot in the back by Monique. If it's a Monday, probably everyone is hungover in the morning. Revenge! Ow. Alright, Agent X. We'll go at least 2 more matches then. So much ink storm everywhere. Ow. I am not doing well with the slashing machine with this outfit. I should just... I'm gonna change my outfit and grab my undercover for the last little bit of the stream. Alright, Rand. Have a good night. Where's this shirt? I want this one. I need to change my style. I need the default shorts. Undercover. Here's you got in, Agent X. Don't worry, everything gets pixelated while you're making your character anyway. So, it's fine. I mean, Saints Row 3 you probably would have had more problems with, because, I mean, the adult toy bat, I'll put it that way. It's no different than witnessing, like, a sim take a shower. Which is a perfectly natural thing to witness at some point in your life, before you decide to commit mass genocide of your Sims. Don't deny it. Anyone who's played Sims has done that at some point. It's like a requirement of having played The Sims. Yeah, that counts. You commit mass genocide and then complained because everything was in the ocean? It was because you literally turned the ground into magma. To control the population. And then you wanted everything to move back to the land, and everything was like, no, I don't want to move onto the land now, so you took away all the water. Ow. Ow. Fair enough. Nature did go too far. Kind of. I mean, maybe. I don't know. I think you just wanted to see more of them on fire. Yep, GG's all around. Yeah, I don't know either, so... Yeah, I can't wait for Animal Crossing New Horizons. I want that so badly, but it's not coming out till next year. At least it gives me time to save up, but at the same time, just want more Animal Crossing. I want more animals, have a fun time. Animal friends are always good to have. Nintendo doesn't want me to have animal friends. I want to find Octavian again, or Octavian, which is an octopus NPC, like it's an octopus animal that is legitimately Octavio's colors and was in Wild World. So it was long before Splatoon was even a thing. Well, who else would be running everything in your absence? Isabel's off in Smash. I was gonna make a terrible joke, but then my brain clicked, it's inappropriate. But Isabel's off in Smash. The villager was off in Smash. They literally left Nook in charge. This is just what happens when you leave Nook in charge of things. He goes out and starts a business selling vacation islands to people that are completely deserted. Because he's a crafty little Tanuki. I am so sorry, Red. You were just the easiest target. I'm not meaning to single you out. You had to buy the island. I mean, he gives you a tent. You do get a tent. Nook could have decided to not give you a tent. I almost fell in the water. Yes, that does still happen, Robotic. I am kind of, also, yeah, Robotic, I am kind of there with you with, you know, I kind of wish Psychonauts 2 had a release date. But, I mean, from how they went on, they encountered something that required a year-long delay to fix. So, why am I even trying to shoot someone who's popping into ink? I know I can't kill them. Yeah, there's a good chance it was something James did. Those who may not know, James is a Double Fine developer. Double Fine is the company that makes Psychonauts. James can be kind of a jerk. Like, I'm not afraid of saying that. He can be kind of a jerk. He gets triggered really easily. I think this will be my final match for the night. And I will do the info bit now. For those who are interested, I do have a Discord should you wish to join it. It is linked down in the description. It has chat channels, it has voice channels should you want to voice chat with other people. It has RP channels now should you want to roleplay with people. The only real request there is keep to the stream rules for the most part, but keep it teen. Some cursing's allowed in roleplaying, but don't overdo it. Keep it responsible is the best way to put it. No inappropriate stuff, as like I said. You know, standard what you'd expect. Ow. No fear. Ow. Yeah, she was trying. It's linked down in the description on YouTube and the info on Twitch. I will finish the little spiel. That's really the only thing I have to say, other than I will be streaming. I will hopefully be streaming tomorrow during the day at 3 p.m. Atlantic time. There's no guarantees on that stream. It happens when I'm awake for it. I may not be awake for it, because I tend to get up around like 2 p.m., 3 p.m., that kind of range. I'm a very lazy person. And if I do stream the day stream tomorrow, it'll probably be Yu-Gi-Oh! Pro, but not guarantees. Well, no guarantees. I might try and do Super Mario Bros. X as well. Just to show everyone what that's like. Yes, I mean, Ego Raptor's one of the Game Grumps, so I do know of it and I have watched it. I just kind of count that in with Game Grumps. Yeah, this is my last match as well there, Red, so... Ow. Oh, yeah, you can DM stuff to me. My DMs are open for a reason. I can't guarantee I will get around to listening to everything immediately, because I'm gonna be going to sleep. But I will try and listen to things tomorrow. Oh, yeah. Ugh, this is why I'm going to sleep. Alright, Jadens. Yeah. I've been saying that's the end of it, so it'll be the end of the stream. Hopefully I'll see you all tomorrow at 3 p.m. Atlantic time. Or 2 p.m. Eastern. See you then!